Well, hey everybody, welcome to Busted. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm Ben.
And what are we doing today, Ben?
We are going to do Galactus.
Get that out of
No,
here. We are not doing Galactus. That is the worst action figure ever.
Alright, what are we actually doing,
We're
Sal?
actually doing Iron Man Mark I from Gentle Giant stands, I believe it's 1/6 the scale of what Iron Man would be in real life, or some nonsense. And it stands 7.25 inches tall. It's a theme we're seeing. And it is Iron Man's original costume from Tales of Suspense when he first appeared.
This is, it looks like the one from the movie, kind of.
It is very similar to the movie, but no, it's actually based off of the original drawing, but more steeped in reality. It's more like a realization of that original costume. Now, the one from the movie, awesome, and it's very beholden to that original design, and so you see a lot of those elements in this statue. But let's talk about this statue out of the box. So, using some movie magic, this box is going to disappear. Iron Man Mark I! This is a really fun piece. I like it because not only is it just a bust, it's a statue, but it is a little bit articulated. Iron Man's head moves a little bit.
Oh, hey.
And if you look inside his visor, you can actually see Tony Stark's face behind the mask.
Wow. It's pretty well detailed. He's got eyes that are well, painted and everything.
If you look, like, his hands have little, like, they're more like gloves. Yeah, you can see his little, like, pencil-thin porno mustache there. It's pretty sweet. This baby retails for anywhere between $60 and $90, not unlike the other statues we've seen. This one, however, has one added feature that I like a lot.
Oh, cool.
He lights up.
He lights up. Awesome.
He takes 2 AAA batteries. Would you guys put this in your living room? I wouldn't, because I don't care.
See, I didn't want to be the first one to say no.
I think it's cool. Let me preface. I think this is a really cool statue. I love that it's articulated. I like there's a lot of like hidden details that you wouldn't notice unless you were really looking at it. I like that it lights up. I like that it's like I can imagine putting this on your shelf and having it lit up and like leaving it someplace and like coming home and being like, oh look at it, there it is, it's lit up. But I mean, that novelty will wear off after a while.
This is what gets to me. I like Iron Man. Iron Man's a very cool character, but I like his costume, the red and gold costume.
Right.
That's what I think of when I think of Iron Man. So while this is Tony Stark's first Iron Man suit, it's not what I think of when I think of him.
When I first saw this in the store several weeks ago, I thought, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Now that I have it in front of me and I'm looking at it for the second time and I've seen it around a bit, I'm less interested in it.
Right.
I find that it doesn't hold my interest.
Yeah.
It's kind of drab looking. I mean, it's supposed to be. It's a well-designed early version of the suit.
It's almost too...
It's almost
perfect.
too good at that because it is kind of boring. It's all kind of one color. It doesn't really pop in the way that some of the other statues we looked at.
It's also a bust, so it's only half of the character.
Yeah.
I find that when it comes to bust collecting, it's a lot harder to put in a living space. I've seen people who collect their busts and they have to have like a curio cabinet with like lights and all glass shelving. I don't want that. Now, I don't necessarily can afford that. So I would rather have something that like is a full character or a full statue that means a lot to me.
He's looking down. So in order to make this work, you've got to either put him up higher, or you have to deal with the fact that he's just going to be looking down the entire time. Right. And it's a weird stance.
Yeah, that's a good point. He does have to be positioned kind of up for this to work.
Right. And if it's up, like how much of the detail you're going to see on a day-to-day basis.
It almost feels like if you're putting him up so that he's looking into things, he's out of the way. And I don't want to put in stuff in my room that's just out of the way.
Right.
I want something that has presence.
From Gentle Giant Limited, Iron Man Mark I guess none of us would put it in our living room, but we do appreciate the craftsmanship
it is
and
a very
the
good
coolness
piece.
of this piece.
I love the fact that it lights up, too.
Yeah, that's
I
fun.
think more pieces need interactive stuff like that.
Agreed.
Yeah. And it really holds up to like close. You can be right up against this thing. It still looks good.
And
Yeah.
it's solid. Like,
It's got a good weight to it. I like it.
Yeah. And it has the moving head. So it's got some really great features. Just personally, it's not for me.
But enough about what we think. Let's check out some of the collections that you guys have at home using the hashtag LHBusted. Be sure to use that hashtag in Twitter, Google+, and everywhere else that hashtags are accepted, and we'll be able to take your pieces and share them on the show like these fine people. It's actually 520 pieces.
Oh wow.
It's actually
Really?
a very limited piece.
Wow.
Does its exclusivity change your opinion of the statue?
Nope.
Me either. Fair enough.
If it was an exclusive statue
Full
that I
statue?
cared about,
Yeah.
that I liked, then yes.
Totally.
Then I would pay more for that.
Right.
You know what would make it better? If it was the full statue of Iron Man. If I
Yeah.
saw his legs. If in that cover where you see him standing,
Yeah.
because right now that's the stance, that's his torso. If
Yeah.
I got the legs with that, maybe.
I would totally have had this when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Definitely in my room.
This would have dazzled me as a kid because it's solid, it looks great, it's of high quality, it's a reasonable price range, and it's interactive. So
Yeah.
absolutely as a kid I would have loved this. Now as an adult I have to prioritize my money and my funds and my interests, so it's a pass for me. But I understand its value, and I think it's a really cool piece. I'd recommend it for those of you at home who really love Iron Man. If you like Iron Man, you'd probably love the hell out of this thing. So, I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm Ben.
See you next time, and share your stuff with us. Enjoy your collecting. Bye.